As a child, Liz Smith never questioned what she wanted to be when she grew up.
I always had two dreams, to be a nurse and to be a mom.
After graduating from college, Smith moved up the nursing ranks quickly, eventually becoming director of nursing at Boston's Franciscan Children's Hospital.
Becoming a nurse was easy for me, but becoming a mom was not as easy. I struggled with navigating through tough relationships and trying to find my way, and I was very career focused for a long time and loved it. So by the time I really put a lot of thought into it, I was in my early 40s.
And resigned to not being a mom. But her sister knew something was off.
She knew I wasn't myself. I wasn't as happy as I typically was. And she said, you know, Liz, I really think you need to explore having a child on your own. So that's what I did.
She began by consulting with fertility specialists.
The doctor said to me, you have the ovaries of a 30-year-old and I just need one egg. And I was filled with hope and thought, oh my gosh, this is really gonna happen. And the idea of doing it alone was scary, but at that time I had made the decision that that's what I wanted. But then it turned quickly.
Her doctors called with heartbreaking news.
It was your clinical picture has changed, and it really ruled me out for any attempts to have a child on my own. And that's when I was just devastated. And I wanted that feeling of carrying a child and delivering a baby and experiencing what my mom had. And there's such a pressure as a woman to get married and have children on a certain timeline. And I really had that in my mind.
Smith put her heart and soul into her work, never expecting what happened next.
I walked out of the inpatient medical unit and Giselle physically crossed my path. And I said, who is that beautiful little angel? And I said, this is Giselle. It sounds made up because these big blue eyes were staring at me. All of the conversations came flooding into my mind, all of my emotions. And I said, you know what? This is meant to be. And I knew just by looking at her that she needed me as much as I needed her.
Giselle, born at 29 weeks, weighing just 1 pound 14 ounces, suffered from neonatal absence syndrome because she was exposed to drugs during the pregnancy. The state ruled her parents unfit to care for her and took custody when she arrived at Franciscan's Children's. Smith became Giselle's foster mother, knowing the infant could be reunified with her birth parents.
You know, I knew that was a real possibility, and the social workers emphasized that before I even agreed to foster her. And the state understandably does everything possible to reunify kids with their birth parents and their families because there's a lot of benefit to it. And in this case, it just ended up that they were not able to take care of her.
Smith's medical background made her an ideal candidate to become Giselle's mother. The adoption was finalized October 18th, 2018.
So now it's you and Giselle at home, and she calls you mom. Do you feel fulfilled now?
I do, and beyond. She calls me mommy, and every time I hear it, I still can't believe it.
Giselle was adopted from the Department of Children and Families. Even though DCF adoptions are on the rise, more than 1,200 children in DCF custody are awaiting new homes. The Cambridge Family Children's Service is a private nonprofit corporation that contracts with the state to help those looking to adopt through DCF.
The children who are in state care have been through a lot. They have been taken from their families through no fault of their own. And our responsibility is to help provide them with a future. Everybody needs a family. No matter who you are, how old you are, you need a loving, supportive family. The way to make that happen for these children is to connect them with a parent who can adopt and be that support for them. And it's important that folks know there is no charge or cost for a family that adopts through the state.
Do you want to do it together?
Yeah.
All right.
As for Giselle, while she's still dealing with some medical challenges, she is thriving. Some of her favorite things to do are playing doctor, hanging out with mom, and singing her special song.
And she'll say, just me and you, and I say, me and you, and she goes, you and me? Yes, you and me, all the time. It's the two of us. I just can't explain how I feel when that comes up. It's just a bond that I never imagined having in my life. Yay!
Liz tells us Giselle continues to be an inspiration. She is making great medical progress, and every day her personality gets bigger and brighter. Liz says her daughter has been a source of strength and hope during the challenges of 2020. We also checked in with DCF for an update. There are currently more than 1,700 children in DCF custody who are available for adoption. Up next, do you have what it takes to adopt?